Welcome to End Times Crypto. I'm Kev, and this is what I'm calling a chain reaction video or a group reaction video. So I'm commenting on someone's comments about what Bill Gates said. So if you like this type of content, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. Without further ado, let's hear what Bill Gates has confessed and what it might mean.
Wow, guys, have I got one for you today? OMG, as they say. So this is a fascinating clip of Jimmy Dore, and I'm going to narrate a little. But finally, we see none other than Mr. Gates admitting what we were saying since 2020 and got censored for. And there's no way to censor this because it's the words of Mr. Gates himself, and the comedian Jimmy Dore is simply commenting on what he says. But here we go.
And then at that point, we didn't really understand the fatality rate. We didn't understand that it's a fairly low fatality rate and that it's a disease mainly of the elderly, kind of like flu is, although a bit different than.
Okay, before I let them continue, I just want to interject. I was not making videos until recently, so I can't say that I was warning people in advance. However, I was sharing this kind of information with my friends and family through social media outlets. As soon, I would say, as soon as I got over the initial buy-in of the virus was going to kill us all. So I think it took about, January, February, March, I think around April. I don't know, have to go back. But I started saying, wait, hold on a second. There's some people saying that there's a lot of things that don't line up. And the short of it is, I became militant against it. And so I started sharing factual information against it. I was, quote unquote, fact checked through social media, even though I was just sharing with friends and family. Goodness gracious, can I have a conversation with the people that I love? And then I even lost a close friend of mine, not to the virus, but because of worldviews. Very sad that that friendship appears to be unrepairable, but we still have time to repair that. And so hopefully this type of information will become more widely available, and more and more people will come around and realize that, this whole scare didn't have to happen. It didn't have to be this way. Oh, one more thing. There might be a bit of language in here, so language alerts. Everyone put your big boy pants on.
How did you know, Jimmy? How did you find that out?
Isn't it weird that I knew that before him? Isn't it weird that I knew that? A pot-smoking comedian in his garage somehow knew that before Bill Gates, Mr. Vaccine.
And the experts at the foundation.
And the experts at the foundation didn't know it. Isn't that weird that they didn't know it had a low fatality rate? Do you hear what he's saying? And it mostly affects the elderly. And he said it was like the flu. That's what he said. Now, if I said those things, they'd take my channel down on YouTube.
Exactamundo, Jimmy. I got censored to hell and back, shadow banned, everything for saying exactly that and showing the actual data at the same time since mid-2020 and certainly late 2020 and onwards. That's what happened. But anyway, let's go ahead and hear some more from Jimmy.
And what we should have done was the Barrington Declaration, which was targeted, which was you protect the people who are most vulnerable to COVID, which are the elderly with comorbidities. That's who you try to protect.
These are some wise comments. These are some wise men. I hope you're listening out there.
The average age of death from COVID is over the age of life expectancy. It's higher than the life expectancy. And this is what we ruined everyone's life over. And now he's admitting it. And no one gives a shit. No one, this isn't going to be run on CNN for a week. Rachel Maddow isn't going to come on and say we were all wrong.
Exactly. Again, gbdeclaration.org is the website. An absolute no-brainer from the history of pandemic science. The people who are unaffected, younger and healthier, can spread and can build immunity, which will help the elderly frail avoid the worst effects of any virus of this type. No-brainer. And of course, we're not going to see this clip or any of this on the media because it goes against the original narrative. Therefore, it will not be publicized. Sad.
And so it's up to us to get this kind of information out. I really like how this gentleman, Ivor Cummins, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name. This is the first time I've seen your channel, and I like what I see. I like how he composes himself and how he presents his information to his viewers. I would say Fauci lied and people died. Bill Gates hates and gets to skate. You know, these guys are getting away with the worst advice in the history of bad advice, and they're getting away with it scot-free. Nothing, in my opinion, nothing bad will happen to these people who have ruined lives. The pandemics, the draconian lockdowns have sent suicide cases soaring, domestic abuse cases soaring, mental problems soaring, and all of this gets a pass. Their cure was worse than the cause. It was absolutely horrendous, and it didn't have to be this way. And much smarter people than me are working in politics and controlling pandemics, and it didn't have to be this way.
But anyway, let's go ahead and hear some more.
And this person says signs someone's lying, over-exaggeration hand gestures, and face touching. They knew it was a low fatality rate.
Oh, you know what? I should have Scott Rouse to analyze this.
And this had 658 likes, which is why I thought this was worth sharing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a body language expert, but he's lying about something. I suspect part of his motive here is to rebrand himself as reasonable on these issues, a form of triangulation. That's exactly what this is doing. That is exactly what he's doing.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad they beeped out that word. So I could go on and on, but I don't want to show the whole video. If you like this video, please go over to Ivor Cummins' channel. I will put the link in this video description. And please do your own research. Don't let anyone's hate on you for doing your own research stop you from looking into these matters. There are a lot of very smart people who have come out and said, no, this was a disaster. How it was handled was a disaster. And so anyways, that being said, I wish everyone good health, long life, and God bless each and every one of you watching this video.